Okay, so we're getting on the server and we should be underway, hopefully, with Infused versus Dignitas BF4. And do we have some information about what maps we're going to be looking at today, Dignitas Dogbut?
I'm not 100% sure if they're going to stick with Dawnbreaker here. I believe Infused will get the pick, so it's whatever they're going to go with. Hold on, I'll quickly check, make sure. I believe... What have they got? Let me have a look. Apparently it's locker, but I don't think it is. So we'll wait and see when we get in and the teams actually sort out their maps. But it could be pretty much, yeah, it could be locker. I think it's locker.
Well, that'll be good. That'll be good. I mean, I think it was Infused just playing on this map anyway. So this is we're looking at the wonderfulness that is Dawnbreaker, as you can see. So.
Do you like this map?
I do like this map, yes.
I just played it with Squad DM today. Well, I haven't played any other game modes for quite a while. And yeah, do you know the weapon pickups you've got, like the auto shotgun and the sniper? There's other ones as well, like the pole action one, and they spawn on Squad Deathmatch in a lot of other places. Oh. Plus rocket launchers at the top of the map as well, which makes it interesting. It will be locker as the first map. So yeah, this is at least MVC has had a chance to play the map, so he knows what it is, instead of kind of just being dropped into it and be like, "Yep, play this
Baptism
map
of fire
that we've ever played." Yeah. So at least he would have had a bit of experience on it.
That's good. That's good. Also, I mean, another map I quite like, locker. I have to say, I do play it quite a lot. I mean, I play occasionally on a server where they pretty much play locker domination pretty much most of the time. I just like it as a map. I just tend to find it quite enjoyable generally. I think part of it is because I know the map reasonably well. I will say that's one advantage of casting a lot of these guys is you tend to learn the maps really, really well.
Yeah, and quickly, so you can't really hide from it at all. So, lineup's going to be Bambi, Revo, Enkel. I believe Tom and Hads should also be joining in as well. And you're going to have Hanzilla for Dig. You're going to have Giggly, Jerk, Frantic, and NVC, or Ziggy as I will call them every so often.
Indeed, yes.
And it's I think Infused are probably going to have an edge here, playing with their full 5-man.
Yes.
I think it's very difficult to really, put a hodgepodge of players together quite quickly. It doesn't matter how experienced some of them might be, you're still playing with some rookies that might not know exactly what to do in certain situations, while Infused are pretty much a machine at this point. They know exactly what they got to do as a group, and they just do it by the numbers. And the only times they struggle really is when they come up against better oiled machines in the likes of like Fnatic or Epsilon or Dignitas with their full finish, or mixed Swede and Norwegian. No, Norwegian.
It's kind of pick a mix, really, isn't it?
Dutch. Yeah.
Really?
So as long as it's not one of the major teams, and obviously Dig here are one of the major teams, but two stand-ins will make all the difference, I believe.
But saying that, I think we've seen Infused rock Fnatic back on their heels on their home map on more than one occasion, So it should be interesting to see how that goes. So they're obviously just sorting out the map, getting onto the correct point, and then we should be underway with this best of 3. So as you said on the cast earlier, Infused has won the first map, so they only really technically need to win one map. So Dignitas will be going into this hoping to win this map. Now, if they win this map, what map will we be playing afterwards, Mr. Dogbert?
I am not actually sure. I think that will then be decided by the losers, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I think it's going to be a tall order in the first place. I think Infused are going to be quite confident here, obviously playing on their home server as well. So all the advantages are really in Infuse's corner right now. So Dig are going to have to do pretty crazy to win this one. I think it's all going to come down to the core 3 players of Dig: Jerk, Giggly, and Frantic. Are they going to be able to carry, without sounding nasty, the 2 new additions to their team? Will they be able to do the And what the hell are you two talking about in here?
I don't know. I'm not 100% certain who UK Swag is.
Oh, it's Enkel.
Is it Enkel? Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I don't know.
Very weird.
It's because we had something hamster in here earlier, and that was Jack Frags. So.
Is he trying to hide from you?
Yeah, I can't say I blame him really. So, no, he was live streaming some Battlefield 4 earlier while I was supposed to be working, and so yeah, I was just watching a bit of that in the background and listening to that, and just enjoying and chilling out and listening to Jack die in a number of horrible ways.
I haven't seen Jack play in quite a while, except from when we cast his games every so often. He feels the need to bring a sniper out.
He played not that long ago, actually. I think a week or so ago.
He subs in all the way. I think he played during the weekend, actually. In one of the go forwards.
I think he did, actually. So yeah, it's and there is Tom in there as well, and obviously, I think we're doing. Oh right, they're swapping knives from CS:GO as well. So, dear oh dear. Oh dear. Give him a test stab to try it out for size. That's only fair, isn't it? If you're going to try a knife, you got to give him a test stab just so he sees if he likes it or not.
Yeah. I mean, how else are you going to find out if you enjoy being stabbed or not?
Absolutely. It's a try before you buy situation, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
it makes perfect sense as far as I'm concerned. So.
No, I agree with you, Chad. I think that is very, very sound advice when it comes to purchasing
Wow.
a sharp implement of some description.
Indeed. It's almost as if you stabbed yourself in the leg while you were saying that.
Yeah, I feel like it. I mean, who are we waiting for here? Is it really Hadouken?
I think it's Hadouken.
So much Welsh just slows them down, I think, and that's why in the server so much. So, yeah, this is going to be an interesting one for Dig, I think, because if there was one map I think they could do quite well on against Infused, it'd probably be this one, but it all comes down to how the initial break goes down. Mm-hmm. The more chaotic it is, probably the better it works out in Infused's favour, as they have pretty better rotation. But if Dig can catch them off guard, then, they can get a bit of a lead going here and then really kind of force Infused to play the catch-up game. But they need to have that initial good start, and they need to go ahead early on. Otherwise, I think they're going to really struggle. So let's see if Dig think that is the case, or if this pretty stand-up and think that maybe just with 3 of their core players alone, they could possibly carry the others to victory. But it'll be a difficult one, I think. I talk about Infused quite a lot. I think they're one of these teams that it's only a matter of time before they do really well.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
I think Dig might find that out the hard way.
Yeah, I mean, bear in mind that this is the map that we saw Infused give a little bit of trouble to Fnatic on.
Fnatic have looked really shaky on Locker recently, I think.
Really? It's always been one of their strongest ones, hasn't it, really, when it comes to playing it? They seem to play it very, very well. But I remember that 3-man clutch play at the A point with Hadoukens basically gunning down 3 members of Fnatic as they tried to rush into A. So, these guys have got the stones to do it. It's just, like you say, it's only a matter of time, really, with all the progress and everything that they've shown up to this point.
Indeed, and they're just waiting for that big success, and I'm sure it'll come. The EMS is obviously going to be where they're looking to go big, but they've been doing really well in the UK ladders so far, and they haven't lost one so far, so trying to keep the streak going, I think, and they've already took out MYM, and now they're looking to do the same to Dig, and they're in the same situation they were, one game up already knocked the other team down into loser bracket, so yeah, Infused, everything to play for, but definitely have a bit of an edge right now, I feel.
That's a fair argument, yes, as I just realised my scores are slightly off for some reason. For some reason it's showing 0 and 1 when it shouldn't be, that bugger. So take us away, Mr. Dogboot, while I correct this.
indeed, Chad. I will indeed save you from the tedium of trying to talk while messing with the scoreboards. So, initial breakdown you're going to get here. Infused are probably going to go for that A and B off the bat. Maybe send 2 out to C. But I wouldn't be surprised if they just try and overwhelm Dig here. And there you go. You're going to have 1 in Tom going out to C. And it looks like Dig are just going to send Jerk out there. Probably look to get another one through the middle of a tunnel. But first blood going over to Infused. And that's Ziggy going down already. MVC first to fall. And you can see Frantic and Giggly pushing forward, the 2 veterans of the team. And Frantic goes down. Well, this is a good start for Infused kill-wise. But when it comes to the flag bleed right now, it is in Dig's favour, but that's to be expected. They are going to get their initial flag straight off the bat.
Oh.
But yeah, those kills are coming in for Infused.
Fantastic play by Bambi. I was just watching through his eyes as... didn't last, unfortunately. Poor old Bambi. Yeah, basically what he did was he literally, while they were taking a load of fire on one side, he jumped in over the top of the balcony, climbed in over the other side, and back-raised a few guys. So that was a pretty good moment there as far as they were concerned. So now, as you can see, it's looking like the B flag is in the process of being... contested. You can see here Hadouken's going up against another member of Dignitas, and there we go. Looks like Hadouken's managed to get the better of Hanzilla there, and now is an opportunity for them to start to take that the B point, and now they can actually use this opportunity to start pushing Dignitas back into the snow, into the really nasty conditions out there. But look at this could be a problem. It looks like Hadouken's may have moved up a little bit too far, and as a result of that, they've had to spawn behind the B point. That could be dangerous for them, Dogbert.
Yeah, indeed. And Frantic making a nuisance himself, picking up 2 good kills on that B flag, really just keeping the other team Infused on their toes here. And that's what he does. He just goes and gets these kills. And Dig here already have the ticket bleed going, already have the B and C, but looking to try and make it a trip cap, probably going to pay for it with that B flag. But Frantic still alive out at A and tying down 2 members, but eventually gets taken down by Revo, and Dignitas probably going to lose the B as well. Probably a risky play they didn't have to do. And now, really, I think Infused can just take flags at will here.
Yeah, it's looking at the moment. They've got the A. They're going to move up towards the... I reckon towards that C. There we go. The C's being moved into. You've got Frantic and Hanzilla trying to force their way back in towards the B point, and you've got Jerk who's now starting to take that B point back again. So let's move in on Tom. Looks like Tom's decided to come through the centre at the same time as you see immediately the members of Dignitas start to revert their positions and rotate back in the general direction. There's MVC, the late MVC, the recently hold in the head MVC, and Jerk being taken down as he tries to push in towards the A point. So it looks like you've got Infused Bambi in that defensive position at the back of the infirmary. You've also got UK Swag over here on the left hand side, so he's going to be in a very nasty position as these guys are going to have to push in, and literally all Bambi needs to do is sit back and wait. And unfortunately he did sit back and wait and got shot, and look at that, a nice push coming in from Giggly and Just MVC, managing to take down the 2 members on that A point. And now that's a very great opportunity for them to start changing the ownership of that A point at the same time as you've got Frantic out by the C point, changing that ownership, but he's got now like 2 members of Infused up against him, and it's going to be a bit of a tall order for him to actually go up against these 2 guys.
Yeah, Hanzilla trying to get the kill at the end, wasn't able to do it. Jerk pressuring this B flag. You can see Bambi slowly coming around that corner. See if he can pick this. Gets the kill. Big one, an important one for Infused, as this is probably going to cement their hold on this B flag. Jerk is there as well with Hanzilla, but they're in an awful position and they're just getting mowed down right now. Giggly last man remaining. I don't think they'll spawn on them. I think they'll try and go for a random one. But I don't know how well it'll work out for them, as Infused are quite well spaced right now to hold. And, but there you go. That's a spawn right behind B. And that's going to be Jerk and Hanzilla. So a bit of a chance for a reversal on this B flag. But all comes down to how Infused react to it. And it looks like they're going to try and push out on A.
Yeah, so you can see a little bit of trading fire round and round the circles between Hadoukens and Jerk. Jerk getting the better of Hadouken there. And now you can see a pretty serious push coming in from Revo and team in towards A. And you can see him firing back at Hanzilla. Looks like they've lost Bambi. He's going to be brought back up by the revive very quickly indeed. And now you can see it's suggested MVC being taken down in the corridor. Oh no, correction, he takes down one of his enemy. Out go the nades from Just MVC in towards the infirmary. He's then going to start pushing in. He's going to be checking his corners left and right. Oh, nade grenades coming into him, taking down a reasonable amount of health, but he does have the med packs behind, and you can see him going in for the likes of Bambi. Nice headshot on Bambi there, lovely shot indeed. And now this is an opportunity for Dignitas to defend this point. As you can see, MVC unfortunately just peeking in the corner there as he pushed out of that point, but now this is looking pretty good for Dignitas. They're holding on to the A point, they're starting to take this C point, and maybe they can start to get the bleed back against their enemy, which at the moment is Infused, and they are 145 tickets to 132, Mr. Dogbert.
This is probably the closest of these games we've seen in quite a while. Infused Bambi, they're picking up an easy kill over on that C flag, and that's pretty much going to throw this game back over to Infused here. And you can see Jerk already making a move up into that hill. Hadouken knows someone's probably there, but it's just an interesting one right now. Dig need to push that C flag, but at the same time, you know, I didn't even have to look at who it was. I knew it was Frantic in the middle of the map. He's pushing that B flag all the time, but Dig are getting frustrated here. Closed out on B and probably going to be closed out on C as well. And this means Infused could even possibly go for a full domination cap if they so try.
Yeah, but also it looks like Dignitas have had a rather nice spawn at the A point. That means they're going to be able to actually deal with that. Bambi gets taken down by MVC just outside the A point, and Hadouken's starting to push in towards the A. So we're going to follow Hadouken as he's pushing in. You can see him making his way carefully forward, looking for those corners. He's going to be careful of peeking. Oh, MVC literally getting a barrel shoved up his nose and fired. Very brutal indeed. And now you can see Hadouken's moving in towards the infirmary, darkened out. The window, the lights have been taken down, and now it looks like they're going to be in a position to actually capture that point with the likes of Bambi nearby. And look at this, the A point here also held by Infused, and look at this rush by Dignitas coming in through by the A point, taking down poor old Bambi. Didn't stand a chance, 3 men against him. There's an AB hold by Infused. Question is whether or not now they've got Hadouken's in his favourite defensive spot on this map. This is going to be nasty for them now, if they're going to have to try and dig him out with an awful lot of grenades and a lot of fire, and this guy is going to be, oh okay, dead. Caster's curse again, does it again, Dogbert.
Yeah, definitely. And right now, Infused is looking good here. Getting that C, getting that B. Dig holding A quite successfully, but then they're getting shut out on the other flag. Spawns there for Revo and Hadouken. They're going to cause an issue over at B. MVC goes down, and he's having a great game at the moment, 3 for 10. And Infused are just doing what they need to keep these flags and keep a bleed.
You are so evil. So, anyway, yes, we are now watching the likes of Hadouken. He's at the B point. He's going to be trying to recapture that point. His teammate Tom is also dead nearby. And UK Swag is also coming back up with the likes of Bambi and Revo. They're going to then push in towards that point. But it looks like the B point now, or the A point is going to come under some serious pressure. And this is where he's got to be careful, because Revo is going to be looking around. See, look, Giggly, literally, no, that was Frantic. Oh, such unfortunate. Literally came in behind Frantic, could have knifed him. An opportunity missed there, but yeah. But never mind. He did what needed to be done with the gun. So Revo now moving in towards that A point, and look at that, a two-man shutdown there by MVC and Giggly in towards the A point, and now MVC starting to push in, going up against Revo, taking some fire as he pushes in. Out go the nades from MVC, and there we go. Combo work together with Giggly and Jerk, take them down. Or sorry, I should just say Jerk and MVC doing a combo job there to take down Revo, and working well there, and taking the A point back, the C point, and right now it looks like they're pressuring pretty hard on towards that B point now, Dogbert, and you can see the tickets really starting to disappear quickly.
Yeah, and Dig here trying to do what they can. Got this A flag. You can see MVC rushing back to defend against Bambi, getting the kill, almost getting a second one there. Needs to be a bit careful. But Dig are losing out on C. There's not much Hanzilla can do. He's kind of pinned down, and it's down to Frantic and Giggly to get some hold onto that B flag. Giggly getting 2 kills, and that's what you need when you're a bit behind here. Dignitas are threatening a full domination cap here, with Jerk pushing out with Hansa on UK Swag, but UK Swag brings them both down, and that is going to be a defense at C, and that was a one they needed very, very dearly here. And now Dignitas unable to complete the capture of B, and they're forced back onto that A flag, and that ticket bleed is starting to hurt them now.
Yeah, so we're now looking at Frantic. He gets takes down in the stairwell. As you can now see, Hadouken starting to push up towards the metal detectors and trying to deal with a little bit of grenade spam coming in. Bambi gets finished off very quickly indeed. And you can see out go those nades, those lovely little bounce grenades off the side of the doorway. One of the most important things to learn in Battlefield. Really, really helpful. So you can see now as Hadouken's decides to back off, but look what's going on with Infused. They are really working hard to defend that point, with Hadouken's down by the C point and a pretty good spread, and it looks like multiple members of Dignitas have been finished off. Hanzilla is pretty much in the middle here. Billy No Mates all on his own is about to basically have a group hug with a lot of gunfire, and that's going to get very nasty for him. Oh, Jerk and Frantic also very quickly finished off at that middle point nearby the B point, and that's going to be a dangerous situation as Hadouken's is sniffing around looking for the remaining member of Dignitas Dogbert.
Yeah, and it's really just kind of falling apart at the moment for Dig, and really just struggling to get out of this this hold of C and B right now, and Infused just rotating perfectly to kind of frustrate any pushes here, and Infused Tom kind of clearing up what's left, and there you go, Dig once again forced into the B flag and not really able to make much impact outside of that. Holding on 40 tickets right now, 101 to 40, and even though they've had some good plays here, they're just not able to break out and hold any of these flags for a significant amount of time.
Now, one thing I'm interested to see is we've seen this. This is one of the first matches we've seen where you don't see a lot of Scar usage being used. How are you finding it as a general game? Are you finding there seems to be a lot less one-hit kills? Are you finding it as a better overall experience in Battlefield?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit better without the Scar H. There's a lot less hip firing. Saying that, it's still there, but it's not as many one-shots as you would have previously got. Just looking out and C right now, Frantic's trying to hold this C flag by himself, eventually goes down. Digdo holding a full domination cap, but with only 29 tickets remaining, they need to hold every flag they have right now. And Tom trying to make that push onto A and gets frustrated. Dig's chance here to do something, though. They are holding this A-B. They have got the bleed. They are on 27 tickets against 48. They can do something here, but they need to play smart. Long
distance kill into UK swag. And this could be an opportunity here for Hanzilla to get down, get that C point, and then they could have a very important trip cap there on them, so we just have to wait and see how that turns out. But Hanzilla being cautious, he's got to be careful. He's going to try and move in. He is taking some fire, and he's got to be careful. He's going to have to lay down that med pack, and there we go. In comes the fire from these guys. The question is whether he's going to get any support, and it's Revo who's coming in after him. Oh, and a nade right between Revo's legs. Absolutely fantastic. He literally cartwheeled in the air, and he looked so pretty when he did that. And unfortunately, Tom getting taken down, but Dignitas Jerk moving up, and there's the high domination cap there. Look at that. That's a serious problem now as far as the Infused are concerned. The tickets are going to disappear like water out of a tap, Dogbert.
Yeah, and look at Frantic hurrying back to try and defend that A flag. He knew the push here was coming. I don't think he's going to be able to hold this by himself, but Digger flooding into this flag. Look at this. UK Swag's the last guy remaining. Everyone else has been wiped. Frantic knows he's there, gets taken down. This is dragging more and more Dig away where they need to probably be defending other flags. But man, what a comeback. 25 tickets remaining right now. Giggly being tied down at this A flag here, and Jerk as well gets taken down, and in Enko here might have been the guy. It's basically just saved Infused from what could have been a disastrous comeback for Dig.
Yeah, very much so. So, I mean, Ankle, fantastic moment there. Very patient, managing to get in and get that flag now. But now you're going to have a pushing coming from two members of Dignitas, probably in towards that A point. And you can see the B point being defended literally to the hilt by Dignitas. They know they've got to try and keep that point. But look at that. Infused Revo gets taken down, and you've got pretty much no members by the A point, so this is an opportunity for Hanzilla to get in there, get that A flag from underneath them very quickly. Bambi immediately recognises the threat, starts to move back towards the A point, looking for a potential enemy, see if he can get that all-important pick. And there we go, runs into Hanzilla and absolutely air-conditioning him straight in the chest. Lovely shot from him, and Frantic is going to start moving up in towards him, and there we go, out go the impact nades, those bouncy impact nades, and unfortunately Dignitas Frantic gets impacted by one of those nades, and now we're looking at an AB hold, and it looks like if Infused can actually hold it on this one, it's going to be tricky because you've now got a three-man spawn coming in from Dignitas in towards a B point. Looks like Hadouken's been taken down. Hanzilla about to come under fire. There we go. He gets finished off very quickly. Frantic also finished off as well. Just MVC, pretty much the last man left standing. He's got to be careful. Oh, nice turn and kill from MVC. Fantastic. Didn't stand a chance against two men when he's caught reloading. Didn't really stand a chance there at all. So it looks now an opportunity here for Revo to try and defend this A point in the last-ditch push here by Dignitas.
Giggly trying to rush in here. They can do this. They just need to be very careful. But those kills are coming in thick and fast. And Dig here really just stuck with 2 guys remaining out of B, but they're going to get a capture here. Hopefully no one spawns in, but right now, just take as many tickets away as you can. Frantic here is left. Jerk and Frantic, 2 guys you would probably want remaining are the ones there. And if they can just hold this a little longer, they might be able to do the impossible. And Frantic getting 1 kill. Can he make it more? But they are going to lose out in C, and that's where the issue is. And Jerk here doing what he can. But there you go. What a comeback from Dignitas' point of view, though. They're only going to lose out by 10 tickets in what could have been almost more than 80 tickets. That is a comeback.
That is a pretty good comeback, and it also means that they're going to be in a good position for the next round. So, that was 10 tickets in total. Wow. Pretty good match, I have to say. And, yeah, I think, like you're saying, see, you might make fun of MVC, but he did pretty good in that round.
Yeah, he did much better than someone of his skill level should. And,
oh.
No, he did fine.
Wow. Did good. Your handbag has spikes on it today, Dogbert. It really does.
He knows I'm joking. But, yeah, no, it's a really good turnaround. And honestly, Dig almost took that game, but they really did sneak it out almost at the end there. And really, it was Enkel that saved Infused from what could have been quite a disastrous loss when they were so far ahead. But honestly, there's something about Dignitas that they just seem to do this. I don't know what it is. If it's when the Finns unite and just put their mind powers together, they just have this moment where they decide, right, okay, we're not losing any more flags. We're just going to kill absolutely everyone. And then they just go mental for a few minutes. And they keep doing it in games against top-level teams like Fnatic, Epsilon, MY. And they do it whenever they really can have their powers combined. And it's impressive to watch and quite exciting for Dignitas fans, as I am.
Indeed you are. So, if you can just take it away for a second, let us know how things go.
Normal breakout. Bambi going out over the C flag, leaving 1 behind to capture B. Dig sending 1 out to C, and that'll be Jerk. Didn't even have to look. And Frantic obviously is the guy pushing forward, trying to get some sneaky kills, but UK Swag shuts him down, and now Giggly trying to slow push that B flag. But right now, bleed straight into the hands of Infused, and more importantly, so could this A flag. You can see MBC having to pull back to that A flag now, as he knows Hadouken is slowly coming. Picks out Hadouken, and that is a great start for Dig, as Frantic has spawned right behind that C flag, and UK Swag is all alone at that C flag right now.
Yeah, that's the way it's looking at the moment, and we're just following in, see what the teams are actually doing. You can see here that obviously Infused are in blue and Dignitas are in red, so it looks like they're actually trying to defend that flag. And MVC unfortunately being finished off, and Revo and Bambi now pushing into what is the undefended A flag, so this is going to be a problem for them. Hadouken moving out to the right flank. A 2-man push coming in from Jerk and Giggly and also Frantic, so that's going to be a pretty nasty combo. But look at Hadouken out on the side range, very nasty indeed. He's going to be sniffing around, looking for an opportunity, popping those nades off the door frame into those very nasty little areas where people love to camp and sit and wait. Oh, look at that Hadouken being finished off there. A moment there by Frantic. Only he can't finish it off. He nearly got a triple kill there. As Jerk also moving in as well. Going in with the grenades in towards that infirmary area. And that's pretty much everybody dead at the A point. However, it looks like the C point still remaining under the control of Dignitas. And it looks like the B point also then starting to move over. But look at that spawn from Dignitas coming in behind the B point, Dogbert.
Yeah, and these are the kind of things that could really, really scare Infused. If they win enough of these 1v1s here, they can take full domination caps. And Hadouken, last man back, he gets drilled by Frantic. Even I'm stealing your catchphrases now. And, yeah, Dig just doing a good job here. I'm
going to start charging you copyright. Every time you say that, I'm charging you money. Okay, so so we're now watching, let's see Revo, as he's going to make a push in. He's going to bring up UK Swag. And they're going to start to make a push in towards that A point. They know it's going to be a very important point. And it's MVC who's in the process of waiting. He knows, oh, look at that fantastic shot into Revo from MVC. Oh, superb. And he's basically drilled his teammate by Hadouken, and there we go. It looks like he's going to try and get Revo back up. Revo has now been revived, and MVC sniffing around, and it looks like a 4-man push into the A point. Holy crap, these guys want this A point seriously. But now you've got Frantic and you've got Giggly, two of probably the best defenders, going up against them, and look at that, they've killed the lights as well, and more fire coming in. Now that's really interesting. One thing I don't know whether you noticed, guys, is that when you kill the lights above the doorways become illuminated. Or at least they're more obviously illuminated. So sometimes it's easier to see them when they come through the doorways. So for those of you who are not aware, quite important, quite helpful. And it looks like now Infused have an A and a B hold, and they're going to try and settle down for that kind of thing as Dignitas are going to start pushing back against them. The C is the only one that they hold right now. They're out in the snow, dog. But
yeah, I was watching Giggly before. He kind of ran out of ammo while in the middle of a firefight and started just doing the hopping dance that players do when you're sitting there trying to reload your weapon in time. But Dignitas have just been wiped out at C here, so Tom is going to take an easy capture at C, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a spawn outside of B very soon. Dignitas are already leaving 2 people to defend A while everyone else goes to B. Spawns came in, not random, but on purpose, and now it's a big push on this B flag, and let's see how Infused react to this, because they're dragging as many people as back as they can. Bambi picks off Hanzilla, and that opens up an A push, and this is looking really bad for Dignitas, especially if they get wiped out at B.
yeah, and it looks now, you can see them starting to push in towards the A point. MVC tried to escape through the detectors, but he got taken out very quickly. But now this is going to be a problem here, as you can see the likes of Hanzilla, Infused, Tom and Giggly kept collecting each other, dying next to each other. And now you can see it looks like an A and a B hold here by Infused, and it looks like we're following with Hanzilla as he's starting to making his way in towards that point. He's checking all those important little corners and trying to get on the bleed as quickly as he possibly can. There's Giggly over the far side as one member of Infused comes around the corner. That was Revo. But he gets taken down from the other corner as well by Bambi. Bambi moving in, and yeah, that's a pretty nasty wipe going on there for the members of Dignitas, and this could be a problem for them. But even though there's only 10 tickets the difference, there is only 10 tickets the difference from the previous round, Dogbert. So I think maybe, do you think Infused are starting to rally a little bit?
I think this is where Infused is going to start pulling away here. Dignity do what they can here. That C flag was completely undefended. No one went for it. And now that full domination cap is starting to take full effect against Dignitas here. One man from Infused is able to tie down so many at B. And this is where Dig really have to move quick. And look at that spawn. It really just holds onto that C flag where before they had no chance of getting it. And Tom really now going to just button in this Dig team into the B flag.
So let's find out what's going on, because right now Hadouken takes down Jerk in the central area, and now they're settling down for a comfortable A and C hold. So Hadouken's actually moving out to try and intercept any members of Dignitas, and that's exactly what's happened, but Hadouken gets cut to pieces. Unfortunately, the old axiom where there is one, there may be 3 or possibly 4. Unfortunately, that's exactly what happened to Hadouken. Came around the corner, saw one, and got killed by 3 of them with a nice little spawn bomb. So let's find out what's going on, as Revo is going to be defending against the likes of Dignitas Jerk. 2 heavy hitters going up against each other. This should be very interesting. And it looks like he's also... that's just unfair, bringing reinforcements. He's brought Giggly with him, of all people. So Giggly now moving in, and this is where Frantic and Revo are going to be trading fire. There we go. Oh, look at that, trading. Oh, Revo and Frantic trading. And look at that, they don't even care about their teammate's body. He's literally sitting over in the corner, bleeding to death right now, and they've just left him there in a sodden heap. So now let's see what's going on, as Frantic are actually having a massive firefight with the members of Infused around the C point. It looks like Infused have got the better of them, but up on the hill, it's the Dignitas Jerk starting to rain fire and destruction and hot lead down on towards the C point. The C point is currently not being contested. The nades go out. There we go, trying to get that all-important pick onto that last member. It's Infused Tom. There we go. He gets finished off as well. This is an opportunity for Dignitas, but because of that, it means they've left the A point open, Dogbert.
Yeah, Dig are playing a very fast game here, but not a very defensive one. And when it goes awry, basically, if any of their guys just get held up at all, Dig getting a C flag, but it took 4 people to get it, and now they have no other flags, and they're having to fight for this A flag. But they're gonna go up against an entirely dug-in team here, and Jerk trying to push around the back of B, but he just gets taken out. And even if they win this fight at A, they will lose out at C as well. So Dig need to hope for a spawn at B or something good, because this is not looking good for them right now.
Not looking good, not looking good at all. But let's see what's going on, because obviously you've got UK Swag up by the C point. He's going to be taking that. You're going to have Dignitas Frantic sniffing around for the B point, maybe for an opportunistic kill, as Infused, Hadoken and Bambi are now going to start pushing in towards the point. Now this might be the opportunity that they might be after. We'll have to wait and see. Bambi gets taken down very quickly by MVC, and he is taking a little bit of damage. He's going to have to back off because he's in a dangerous position. But look at that. Dignitas coming back with an A and a B hold. And look at the members of Infused. They seem to be quite far out in the snow right now. And this is a really nasty situation because Jerk gets finished off. And now Hanzilla is going to be looking for an opportunity to get a nice little kill, which is exactly what he does onto Bambi. And now you can see here, Infused Tom moving in with just MVC, starting to sniff around, looking for that but he gets taken down very nastily indeed. Jerk moving in as well to see if he can actually try and get that flag back. So that's pretty much what they like, and Tom goes down as well. UK Swag as well, and it means that is going to be an A and a B hold here for the members of Dignitas, as Giggly and just MVC immediately rotate round towards the A point, Dogbert.
Yeah, if Giggly and MVC can hold this A flag, as well as Jerk and Frantic holding out a B, they might be able to get a full domination cap, actually last some time here. But they are being spread pretty thin out of B, and those kills are also coming in over A. Ziggy needs to be careful here. There are more people at A. I don't think he knows about it. And it is going to be Revo playing a smart game there, but so's Jerk over at B. And both of these guys are really just frustrating each other. Never letting someone get an easy flag capture. And even when they do, they're still there waiting for them. And man, this is an interesting game.
It is turning out to be that, and look at the difference in tickets, 78 to 77. This is so close. And look at that, a full domination cap by Dignitas. That's really huge. And now you can see Revo. The trouble is with Revo, where he is at the moment, he is fighting for survival from all directions, and literally got taken roughly from both directions. Yeah, let's not really say anything too much about that. But now you can see it's the case of Frantic bringing up his teammates, reviving everybody at the A point, and then starting to move over to try and bolster the defence around the B point. Jerk gets finished off. Just MVC is going to be looking for an opportunistic grenade kill with a few nice little hit coins, but unfortunately the bullets did their work, and it looks like the B and the C is going to continue in the ownership of Infused, and they've got the bleed back against Team Dignitas, Dogbert.
Yeah, indeed, and they've got Infused Tom sitting on the top of the hill, and this is where Dig found themselves in the previous round, getting locked into this A flag and not really having any avenue to get out. And you can look on the minimap, Infused are really just taking up their camping positions here, expecting pressure at these flags, and Hadouken just hanging on that corner, waiting for someone to pop out, gets one kill. Going to get the second, he's going to probably get something. He's going to get shot in the face is what he gets, but they're buying time and they're pushing ahead, and they do have 10 tickets from the previous round, so they are definitely ahead right now, so they just need to keep this up.
Yeah, MVC looking to get an advantageous pick. He's going to have to back up. He's taking a little bit of fire from those grenades. It's a relative grenade party going on. And now he's going to basically be pushing back on towards that point, working together with Hanzilla. He's going to be looking, Jerk is down nearby, and he's got to be very, very careful because they want to get that point back. But it looks like there was a three-man wipe there by the members of Infused, Hadouken's, Revo, and Bambi. And look at that. As you can see, Frantic now holding down three members, was holding down three members of Infused, now four members of Infused, and they're going to do a pretty hardcore rush into that point, but they're up against Giggly. This could be a problem.
Yeah, he's done a great job so far in his defence, but you can see that's a mass spawn and no one on that B as well. So this is going to be a 4-on-4, and I feel Infused might be in a better position. I say that Frantic gets the first kill on Hadouken out near back of B, but Bambi's pushing in on that A flag. He gets taken down, and Frantic trying to push out onto that C flag as well. If he can do this. He's not going to get it. Revo's there waiting. But, man, look at Dig pushing ahead now. 50 tickets to 33. And no spawns so far have come in behind B. And Hanzilla in a good position here to frustrate some pushes up at B.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're looking. They've now got a three-man push coming in from Infused. Frantic literally looking to go in and air-condition people with a combination of grenades and fire, and Revo being taken down as well. Frantic is doing so well right now. Absolutely fantastic. Just being a constant thorn in the side of Infused. and you can see them in the process of getting everybody back up and running. The A and the B hold continues, and Infused are starting to struggle a little bit. They need to get in there, they need to get that A point back, but the A point probably one of the most difficult to actually attack, as unfortunately Tom gets shot in one of the corridors, and Hadoukens is moving in towards the A point, and you can see nades going out, and you can see it looks like Hadouken's being taken down, as there was a 3-man push on towards that A point, and now Infused moving back to try and take that C point back, but I think it might be pretty much all over, Dogbert.
Yeah, Dignitas putting on a good show here, but this isn't completely over. They are Infused breaking into the A flag, but not if Giggly has something to say about it, as he shuts down a 2-man push on that A flag all by himself, and Dig going for a full domination cap right at the end there. And there you go. Oh. For the first time, Infused lose a map on the in the UK Cup. So there you go. The first time that has happened, and it will go to a 3rd map now.
It will indeed. So, wow, what can we say, gentlemen? Plot twist.
Indeed, and you know, there was possibilities for that to happen, especially after the first round where Infused got really sloppy at the end and Dig just turned it up. But really, like, Jerk, Frantic, and Giggly are just such solid players. But let's not take it away from Ziggy there. 19 for 13 and Hansa 17 for 10. The stand-ins causing some damage and all round just looking pretty solid there.
Indeed. Pretty damn impressive. Pretty damned impressive. So, do we know? I guess we just got to wait and find out as to what map is on next. And we shall be underway with Battlefield 4, the final round, as soon as we know the maps. So we shall just pause briefly for a quick video, and we shall be right